Make sure y'all subscribe to Tariq Radio. I just want to make sure that it's showing buffering right now.
Greetings, family. This is Tariq Nasheed. I am your community servant. Right now, I am in South Los Angeles, which is the cultural epicenter of Black Los Angeles.
Okay,
right here on Crenshaw Boulevard, right here, there's a... Greetings, family. This is Tariq Nasheed. I am your community servant. Right now, I am in South Los Angeles on the world-famous Crenshaw Boulevard. And with your help, we want to build the first ever hidden history museum right here in the Leimert Park area of Los Angeles, which is the cultural epicenter of Black Los Angeles. Right here on Crenshaw Boulevard, right here, there's an empty lot for sale, and it's in the perfect location for our hidden history museum. We want to acquire this lot so that we can build your community museum. There's museums that touch on Black history, but they don't get too deep into it. This will be the first grassroots owned and controlled Black history museum in the world. In our museum, we want to touch on a lot of things that are not touched on in other museums. There's such vast history of Black people here in Los Angeles that we're going to touch on alone. For example, Pio Pico, who was the once governor of California. There's a street, Pico Boulevard, named after him. He had Black ancestry. Francisco Reyes, who was the first mayor of Los Angeles, he had Black ancestry. The grandmother of Los Angeles, Minnie Mason, who was a former slave who became the wealthiest woman in California. We're going to talk about a lot of this stuff in the museum. Also in the museum, we're going to have 5 basic sections. We're going to have a master teacher section where we talk about the teachings of John Henry Clark, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Amos Wilson. We're going to have another section for Black inventors. We're going to talk about the Black people who invented things like the modern refrigeration system, the modern toilet system, the modern home security system, and so much more. We're also going to have a section talking about Black explorers. We're going to talk about people like Estebanico the Moor, who was very instrumental in discovering a lot of spaces here in the North American continent. Speaking of Moors, we're going to talk about the Black Moors who conquered Southern Europe. The Black Moors are never talked about in museums. This is going to be the first time it's talked about in our museum. We're also going to have a section talking about Black rebel leaders, like the Black Seminoles, like other Black Maroons. We're also going to have a section talking about the real history of Black music, particularly the foundational Black American history of hip-hop. I've produced a lot of best-selling documentary films, including the Hidden Color series. So a lot of things that's in our documentary films are going to be featured in the museum. And speaking of the films, we're going to have a screening room upstairs in the museum where we can screen our films on a regular basis. We're also going to have large meeting rooms where we can have conferences and community events for the people. Not only will this museum be a great cultural institution, this museum is going to be a great tourist attraction that will help revitalize a lot of the Black businesses that are already here. But family, we need your help. We need at least $7 million to get this project completed. And we're going to start doing everything in stages. We need at least $1 million in the first phase to get the museum project off the ground so that we can acquire the land. Everybody who contributes to the museum, we're going to have a wall in the museum with the names of all the donors. So your name is going to be built into the foundation of the museum. So we need you to get involved. There's going to be a lot of other perks as well. So everybody get involved. Let's make history. Let's take control of our own community and our own history. Get involved with the Hidden History Museum right now.
Now, I want to say this.
If you want to get in...
I want to say this. To me, I think this is an amazing idea. I think that we can do this. He said that the total will be $7 million. That's what, getting it curated and things getting made and wax figures and everything. But $1 million is what we need to acquire the land and start construction. We start construction with the second phase for the next, I don't know how they're going to break it up, but it's going to be broken down in, I guess, phases of $1 million. We're at, last I checked, like 400, about 400 and something thousand. But yeah, this is doable. If it would, that Kyle Rittenhouse boy who went down there and shot up wherever it was, I can't even remember what thing it was, what state it was, Kenosha. Kenosha sticking out of my head. Whatever. The boy Kyle Rittenhouse then went and shot and killed people. Them white supremacists raised $1 million bail for that murderer. You know what I'm saying? They raised millions and millions of dollars for George Zimmerman because he killed Trayvon Martin. And we give millions and millions of dollars to white businesses every second of every day. But when somebody black want to do something, everybody got something to say. He should do it by himself. You got money, why don't you do it? We see how that worked out with MC Hammer, unfortunately. And it was because he had a good heart, and they tried to lean on that one man. We are a community, and we need to commune together and put our money together and make it work, because we spend trillions of dollars. We, black people, spend trillions of dollars. Just black people spend trillions of dollars, and we don't get nothing in return. It don't spend back in our community. How many black businesses is it? That's my dad calling. I got to get that later. But if I can turn the ringer off. Yeah, I ain't even mean to pick the phone up. I'll call him back. But he ain't nothing but down the street. Don't be saying, why ain't I answer my daddy call? Because I'm going to call him in a second. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, we need to put our money where our mouth is. Everybody's saying all Tariq calling what you need to do, niggas. What you need to do is we need to get Oprah and this one and that one. Yeah, it'd be cool if they help out. That'd be great. But we can do it too. If everybody, I believe Tariq did the math on last night's broadcast. It was like 5,000 people in the room live. If everybody in that room gave $100, we would have been over our mark of $1 million. So it just takes a lot of people to do a little bit. Or at least people that's on the same page doing that little bit. And then he gave a whole breakdown because people were saying, how is this going to help white supremacy? How is this help us fight white supremacy? How is this going to help us earn money, this, that, the third? Well, first of all, I believe 100% at this moment, somebody needs to be coming up with a proposal for the land, a black-owned construction company, so they can put their bid in and do it. That way we don't have no white company building our black institution. And this will be, the only black institution that is for us, by us, built by the community. Is going to be in Crenshaw, in the community. You know it's going to be protected down there. That's why he purposely put it there. You know what I mean? And we carrying on Nipsey's marathon, because that was his whole thing. Tariq did an interview with Nipsey. I'm actually going to post that. He did an interview with Nipsey when he did his Ism radio show. And he did an interview with Nipsey, and Nipsey was talking about how he brought up, that center, that, what do they call it, strip mall where he was, and how, the feds and all of them was trying to get in it, and he mysteriously, not get my page shut down as soon as I started. But, my whole thing is, then it's like, it got a screening room when Tariq was trying to film Buck Breaking. Not film it, but when he was trying to get it shown in theaters, they was giving all kind of issues. And when he wanted to have showings, they were saying, oh, they don't want those kind of movies shown, to the point that Tariq is banned in the UK. He did Hidden Colors 5, which I actually have not seen yet. And I'm halfway through Buck Breaking right now. But I did see Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1804, the Hidden History of Haiti. So, yeah, I'm a big Tariq fan because he walk it like he talk it. You know what I'm saying? People talk all that, oh, he got into the community by the pimping the community with pimp books. I'm like, okay, one, he wasn't a pimp. He was a relationship expert. Them same people. He was no different than Kevin Samuels. It just wasn't on the internet. It was in books. Like, he wasn't pimping and having hoes on the street. It's like, dude, y'all will do anything to bash a black man's credibility. And let's just say that. So what? Every daggone rapper, singer, and everybody else out here damn near got some kind of start with some kind of drug money. And then they turn it into something else. So everybody want to get on a high horse when it comes to black people only. Only when it comes to black people supporting black people. If it comes to supporting Asian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, white especially, You know what I'm saying? It's like we all for everybody, but when it comes to supporting our own, we either one, biting our own back out, two, not wanting to support because they think they're going to get a janky product, three, actually really giving a janky product. It's like we don't give quality things. Like, I'm watching Buck Breaking right now. The quality of this man's movies have only gotten better with time. And the first one was great. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always been big on the quality of things for black people. Why is it that everybody's always pocket watching him? It's like, why is it that we the only community to act like if you got money, something's wrong with that? Like, we all got to be poor. Who says that? Who says, other than white people in the system of white supremacy, but where is it stamped that we have to be poor as black people? Like, I'm so confused by that. But I think most people measure success as rappers, musicians, anywhere in the music industry, some kind of entertainment, some kind of athleticism, or, a lawyer, a doctor. That's pretty much it. Or a politician. Excuse me. That's pretty much it. Everything else pretty much falls whatever in there. But I don't know. I'm just saying. When it comes to our own, we need to start supporting so we can have our own. We have to have our own something. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's something that we really need to put $10 on it. Put $5 on it. Y'all get them super chats up to everybody, and that's not nothing wrong with that, but you can do both. A $2 super chat, put $2 on, you put anything. It's an Indiegogo campaign, so I'm going to definitely have that link in this bio. I just got to get everything thrown up in there, so as soon as I can get everything posted to my page, I'm going to start promoting that real heavy, because I think it's only like 10 days left to get to that $1 million mark. And the way he has the campaign set up, Tariq don't play. It's like, okay, we want to hit this $1 million mark in 30 days or everybody get their money back. It ain't no, we dragging this on for 10, 15 years. Because we got to get, it's tiers of this. The first tier of it is to acquire the land. We ain't got time to keep playing. Black people want to get, he said, black people, he hitting up, talk, yo, can I extend it to payday, this, that, the third? He said, if Jordans was coming out, y'all will find the money, y'all will find the time. If anything else was coming out, y'all will find the money and find the time. If you want to get something off layaway, if it was this Miami, this and that weekend happening right at that time, that money mysteriously comes out of nowhere. Find $50. Find $20. Find $10. Find $1,000. Find $5,000. Find whatever you got. Find $1 and put it on the Hidden History Museum. I'm not sure of the, what do they call it? I'm not sure of the tiers of things you get, but I know on one of them, when you donate, they inscribe your name into the foundation of the wall. So it's like you are forever written in history as an investor in this only black owned, that I know of, Hidden History Museum. And it's called the Hidden History Museum because it's going to sprinkle on the obvious, because we know about the obvious things. But yeah, we know about Martin Luther King, but do we know about how the FBI was following him around? We know about, they know about the I Have a Dream speech. They tell you the good stuff. We know about Harriet Tubman, but do they tell you how many times that she went back to get more people? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these are the things that we just need to know. You know what I mean? That the light bulb, okay, that works, but it won't work without that filament in the inside that a black man invented. Or that traffic light that you stop at every day was invented by Louis Latimer, another black inventor. So the point is, it's a whole lot about us we don't know. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's the past, we can forget about it. Well, one, you don't forget about it, but two, nobody else is required to forget their past. Jewish people did not forget their Holocaust, nor should they. I'm trying to think who else. Haiti don't forget, white people ain't forget that Haitian Revolution. That's for damn sure. Anytime that anybody is overthrown by anybody, they don't forget about it. They keep it in that history, not just for the pain, but for the lesson, for the honor, for the respect of the ancestors that passed on. of the elders that went through whatever. You know what I mean? It's like nobody else says forget about that history. And nobody else would tell anybody else. But we treat it like the proverbial children. That's how they treat us. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't like to make long videos. I can go on. So I'm going to have a lot of short videos. If there's anything you would like me to touch on, because I'm not the smartest, I'm not the brightest, I'm not the wokest. I'm just a black mom, grandma, wife, widow, my forever husband. So I refer to my husband, my late husband, as my husband. So, wife, daughter, and I just want to see the best for black people. So, that's all my message is. I just want to try to take a little bit of what these people are saying, because I know everybody don't have that 2-3 hour span that I had to sit and just listen to every single word that these people say. So I'm trying to take out the most important things, because I like every single thing they say. But the most important things that I know is going to capture the ear of the young. That's who I'm trying to capture, the ear of the young. And young is anybody younger than me. I'm 46. So anybody under 46, you're young. I want to capture the ear of the young, you know, so that they can hear something that I'm saying, because I've been through some things at 46. I didn't just turn 46. Didn't come out of my mama 46. I done been through some things. I done seen some things. I done seen some things go and come back. So, you know, I might got a little bit of gems I can drop. I'm not going to sprinkle mama's cooking, because I don't cook anymore. There's a whole nother reason for that. But I don't have no mama's cooking, but I do got Rita's gems, and I will drop them every time I can. So you better pick them up. Better pick up them rubies and diamonds and pearls and stuff. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I got to go figure out how to post all these videos I made. How about that?